Welcome everyone to the Sobacksports podcast, and we're so back with another episode. Today, as you can see, we have a guest with us today. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
What's going on, everybody? I'm G Walker, the CNG Podcast, man. I'm a very content creator that's been doing it for a while now, and I'm back with my homies, man. Sobacksports, Amaranth and his brother, man, ready to talk some training camp football, y'all.
Hell yeah, dude! Appreciate it for joining us on the show today. As always, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers before the end of this month, or before what training camp is over. So feel free to hit that subscribe button. Always subscribe to the channels. I link both my brother's channel and guy's channel in the description down below. Follow them. Great content from both of them. So feel free to do that. So, how are we feeling, boys? How's it going?
It's going. It's going, man. It's going about as good or bad that I thought it could possibly go. You know what I mean? Without it, this was the fourth day, the fifth practice.
Yeah,
I mean,
it feels
people
like.
are.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
No, it just feels like it's been like every day feels like a week of worth of stuff to talk about when it comes to like how the media and how people kind of talk about it, because it feels like there's so many different like things to kind of go over, like from the offensive perspective, the defense perspective, the coaching staff perspective. Like there's so many different things that is going on right now, and that's the beauty of training camp. Even though there are some bad spots when it comes to like comparing and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're as fans want any morsel of content just so that we can prepare ourselves for the upcoming 2025 NFL season. Ankit, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing a lot about training camp from the media, obviously, because obviously this year Ben Johnson being our coach, like a lot of what's it called? The media wants to like talk about the Bears all of a sudden, but yeah, I mean, I can't wait for the season to start. I think it's been a roller coaster. I feel like for training camp, right? Like a lot of reports are saying that like Caleb's throwing interceptions, like the offense got kicked out of the like a drill or something like that. So, you know, I don't really care that much about like the ups and downs. That's what training camp's for. It's like a practice. It's a new scheme, new fit. So like, I only care about like what happens in preseason, and ultimately what happens in the season. So yeah, like that's my overall thoughts right now. But yeah, I'm excited for the season to start. And yeah, I think it's in a month or so. I don't know.
Yeah, a month and a half actually, 44 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, month and I thought, is it me or did this season go by? Oh, sorry, off season go by a little bit faster than the last season
It
because
went back. It went back quick, and we had hard knocks last year, and it feel like this off season went by way quicker than that. Like right back. It's crazy.
And just like Sally said, like Ben Johnson, I feel like the positive stuff around him, the aura, as he's been, you know, deemed to have, and the players have been saying about him. Like, I think that positive, like, affirmation that he's been like putting out towards the team. And I think that excitement is what's really speeding up the process with the whole thing, because last year was more like, okay, we have a new quarterback. We have to do a lot of different things, and we also had flus. Maybe that's why. Maybe we had flus, and it felt like it takes a while for things to kind of come to fruition. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But we're gonna be having football in about a month and a half. That's all that matters to me, because I need my mood to be dictated by a 53-man roster every single week. I'll be real. Like, that's my goal for this upcoming season.
Yeah, because
But
I'm tired of hanging out with my family at this point. Like I'm spending way too much money this summer. It's just time for me to just abandon these people for the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it's just, why spend money on family when you can spend it on the Chicago Bears and watching Bears games, dude? Like,
That's what I'm
that's
saying, man.
that's what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about. I think the first thing, we kind of briefly mentioned it, and to this comment below, like Ben Johnson, there's a lot of things about him and trying to set a culture for this team. And I think that's the biggest part from what was missing last year with Matt Eberflus, Shane Waldron, the whole staff. Like, we were kind of blindsided due to the blitz and gram. glitz and
It's been glamour.
glamour.
It's a glamour.
Thank you, thank you. Of the
Anytime, bro.
whole hard, yeah, for the hard knocks and everything like that. And we kind of got blinded by it. The beard, maybe, I don't know, like from
Beard.
Eberflus. But I think this year it's more like everything is standing on business. It's all about execution, as Eberflus would say, unfortunately. But the fact is, like, instead of just saying it, they're actually going on the field and acting on it. I think that's the biggest thing, and the biggest like thing that really showed me that this year is kind of a little bit serious. Guy, I want to start with you. Ted, walk me through your thoughts right now on your Ben Johnson, what he's doing right now, and your kind of thoughts, overall thoughts of how he's been handling training camp so far.
I just think that Ben Johnson is trying to establish a winner's mentality. He's trying to establish a winner's attitude, a winning culture, a winning bravado. You know what I mean? Like when you have not had a culture like the Chicago Bears, haven't had a culture as far as what he got in Detroit, working with what's his name up there, Dan Campbell, and you have to come and pretty much implement that to the Chicago Bears. That's a hell of a job, bro. That's a hell of a job to do because we're not used to getting kicked off the field in practice. If you got to keep running the play, and like some people said, because he wanted to put the second team out there, it's like whatever, man. Like guys are not running plays right, guys are not lining up right. They don't deserve to be on the field. So Ben Johnson, what he's doing right now, I love it. He's not sugarcoating anything. He's telling it like it is. It's a competition at left tackle. Caleb Williams is thrown against in the fire right now. Like Caleb Williams is in the position right now. We have to learn structure, and they're throwing everything at him. I even read today that they were leaving Montez Sweat unblocked to get to him, just to see how Caleb Williams react in a situation like that. So they're learning him. He's learning Caleb, and Caleb is learning him. And Ben Johnson is just learning everything about everybody on this team right now. So, but like you said, they're right where they're supposed to be. So I love Ben Johnson, man. I like what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Ankit, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really happy that Ben Johnson is finally, I think like bringing the culture to the Chicago Bears, right? Like, I mean, I feel like Matt Eberflus and that regime like really didn't push the players to the fullest. I mean, like kicking the first team for like doing a drill wrong, showing like perfection is key. Lining up properly is key because we saw so many times last year where like the offense did not line up properly, didn't execute timeouts properly. Some players were not like so like what I'm saying. So like I like the culture that Ben Johnson is providing here. And then also like Dennis Allen too. He's doing a really good job too. So I like what the coaching staff is doing. And then I'm seeing like a lot of growth, obviously from Caleb and the offense throughout the days. And I knew like as soon as Ben Johnson is going to be the head coach of the Bears, there's going to be some growing pains because obviously it's a new offense, right? So like it's not going to be all perfect in the same day. So it's a new offense. I'm excited to see what this team can do, and I think it's going to be a definitely a different type of season this year. I think we're going to be a lot more competitive with this new regime.
Oh yeah, well said. Because the biggest thing for me, and I think you kind of touched upon it, both of you touched upon it as well, is I think in order to have a successful season, and what makes this season a lot different than the last two, because as off-season champs 3 times in a row, like the only common denominator with those 2 seasons was that Eberflus was not holding his team accountable, and the players were not held accountable to go through their reps with the utmost 110%, like trying 110%. Like that's the whole thing. And I think Ben Johnson's coming in here and having a no nonsense policy of, all right, we're going to have to relearn all this. We're going to have to go through and
the studs. Yeah,
exactly break it down to the minimal part, to the footwork. Because if you've seen the wide receiver spot, Antoine Randall L, like in those drills that they showed you, you see the key details that they show with their feet and how they're going through the drills into the cones. Like footwork is so important when it comes to a wide receiver and how they get into, in a rhythm, and how they can explode from the line of scrimmage. That's going to be so key for our wide receiver, because last year I felt that with Keenan Allen's age, Rome Odunze is a first year rookie,
Baby.
and yeah, exactly. And DJ Moore going into the second season with the Chicago Bears, like they were all in different areas in their career, and
That's true.
they're learning or getting the information from, for DJ Moore's sake, Luke Getsy and Shane Waldron. They haven't really done much for, being held accountable as wide receivers. And we kind of saw that a lot with DJ Moore stepping out of bounds in the Cardinals game, like stuff like that. Like things like that are what's going to be not tolerated whatsoever on the, on Chicago. And just like, the Bears Den podcast is saying right now, culture change. Culture is what is so crucial. See what happened in Detroit. Ben Johnson was a part of the culture with Dan Campbell. That's going to be key for this season as well. Does that mean we're going to immediately, because this culture change is going to happen, is it going to equal 13 wins? No, it's going to be a slow process at the end of the day. And that's what I really like about what's going on with Ben Johnson. And he's been very vocal about that as well. But I want to also, go back to comment here. I'm just trying to find it real quick.
Wait, let me quickly add to what you said. Like, I think like culture is really important because, like, for example, like you said, like holding players accountable. Like I said, like even like the Chiefs, like like Andy Reid and like their culture, right? Like even when like Travis Kelce, like I remember like he like threw like a helmet. I think it was in the Super Bowl like 2 years ago. Like he threw his helmet. Like Andy Reid did not have all that. Like he did not like take like he did not take notice of that. Like I'm sorry, he did take notice of that. Like a lot of these really good head coaches don't tolerate nonsense, and I feel like Matt Eberflus and like the coaching staff last year, like like we saw DJ Moore, like you said in the Cardinals game, like step out, or like I remember like back in the day when we had Chase Claypool, like with his nonsense, like and how he was like like
he just fell on the field. He just fell backwards like somebody killed him.
Yeah, against the Packers. I remember like it's just like I feel like
don't forget Nate Davis.
Like even him doing training camp. Even him doing training camp, right? So like I'm just like I'm excited. Like this is a really good sign because it just shows that like Ben Johnson could be a really good head coach. Because if one thing is you have to hold your players accountable, and if you don't have a coach that does that, then your team's not gonna be successful. Because coaching does matter, and I actually like do think that like this culture could bring the Bears to a, like you said, like they can't be like 13 wins. I kind of disagree with that because. Like, for example, the Washington Commanders last year, they had I forgot who their coach was before. I forgot who it was
for
the Commanders. I forgot who it was.
It was Ron Rivera.
Yeah, Ron Rivera, right? I mean, he was not terrible.
Former Bear.
No, he wasn't terrible, but like like they got a new coach in Dan Quinn, sorry, and they went to 12 wins with a rookie quarterback. So like I do think that coaching does matter, and coaching can bring a huge impact to like the Bears. So I do think that it's on the table still for Ben Johnson to bring a huge improvement for the Bears. I mean, maybe not 13 wins like you said, but it could be like 11 or 10 wins at the if everything's going right. But yeah, I do think that coaching does matter though.
Yeah, of course. Guy, you want to add to that?
Yeah, man. Like what I love about Ben Johnson, he pretty much said, get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these guys come from a losing background. Much as we like DJ Moore never came from a winning background. Caleb Williams doesn't come from a winning background. You know what I mean? They don't come from a program where they're structured to win. They come from a program and teams where it's structured to lose. You know what I'm saying? Everything is loosey-goosey. Everything is every man for themselves. You know what I mean? My stats, like when we saw Shane Waldron with the offense, it's like every week he was looking for a certain player to get their stats instead of just looking for the certain player to make a play. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to just worry about DJ this week. And this next week, I'm going to worry about Rome. And then this week, I'm going to worry about Cole. Man, it was like, why are we just baby feeding these guys and spoon feeding them when the only thing that matters is that we get the right person to catch the ball. We get the right person to run the right route. You know what I mean? So the thing about Keenan Allen was like he was one of the OGs, but that's what you saw from him a lot of time was he might not have been the fastest as much as he used to, but he was the best route runner on the team. And that's ahead of DJ Moore and Roman Dunze. So I love what Ben Johnson is doing, man. He's just being, the guy that wants to win. When you want to win, you push guys' buttons. You kick guys out of practice. You get guys off the field. You know what I mean? Like, you do whatever you need to do to set the culture and the tone for your team to perform the way that you want to perform. That only begins in the weight room or in the or on the classroom. It begins on the field. It begins listening. Like, a lot of people don't understand that when you have a coach, if you play sports, part of being a great player is to listen and then use that active listening to actually instill that in your game. A lot of our players don't have that, like listening to the right coaches and implementing the right things into their game. So Ben Johnson is at the bottom of this thing, and he's going through it. He's going through the shreds. Who's not on time? Who's not ready to play? Like Luther Burden. They have to make sure that this guy's ready to play. You know what I'm saying? As a rookie head coach, the player, he's competitive. He's going to want to play. But at some point, the coaching staff have to protect the player from himself.
Right.
That's what the thing is. There's no point of him trying to rush out there, and he's out there playing by himself and Walter Payton's field and all that, and he's not healthy. Like, we don't need that. We need this guy to come in ready to play. So Ben Johnson has to not so much rah these guys. He got to put these guys in their place, because I can't use you, and you're not going to be the best of your ability if you're not going to be available to play.
Exactly. The best ability is availability at the end of the day. And it's also, well, it is true, but as from a rookie's perspective, it's also, you have to make sure that, you don't stunt your development due to rushing your injury. Like, that could be a game changer in itself. And that's essentially a waste of a draft pick as well.
Yeah, hamstrings are no joke, man. That stuff takes a long time to heal. So it's no joke.
Especially for a wide receiver too, especially with someone that like relies specifically on speed and post. Yeah, like, you need that. You really do need that. And Ben Johnson drafted him because he's a stud, according to his press conference, but also the speed factor as well. Behind the line of scrimmage, doing those wheel route plays and all that. Like, that's going to be very crucial to Ben Johnson's scheme and Ben Johnson's play calling as well. Going back to a question that's actually been brought up by Sally. Thank you for being in the comments.
Shut up, Sal.
Yeah. Who are you guys more excited to see this season? Ankit, let's start with you. Let's start.
Actually, I think I put my answer in the chat. I was like, I don't know. But
go for it.
So I'm excited. Obviously, like, I think the obvious answer is Caleb Williams. Like he's the obvious answer, because he's obviously our quarterback. Second year, first year in the Ben Johnson system. So I'm really excited to see what he can do. And I really do want him to get 4,000 yards this year. So, more than anything, break that 4,000 yard curse for the Chicago Bears. But outside of Caleb Williams, I'm really excited to see Dayo Adangbo. I think he's one of the guys I'm really excited for, because the reason why is because of the contract that we gave him. When that thing first came, that contract came, I was kind of a little pissed because I didn't know who he was, first of all, and then second of all, we gave him so much, but then he was also very young and unproven. But I mean, the thing is, we do need a guy that can help Montez Sweat in that defensive line, because outside of Montez Sweat, I don't know who else can get to the quarterback. And last year, Montez Sweat did struggle because he literally had no help. So I'm really excited to see Dayo Adangbo. I think he could be a huge piece for this Bears team. And Ryan Poles better be right about that, because that contract he gave him was a lot of money. And then another guy,
way a lot of money. Yeah,
it was a lot of money.
He'll gamble on somebody that's just weird. He'll do that.
He did gamble on Chase Claypool, didn't work out. Gave a first round.
Bayless Jones, he kept giving them.
Yeah, and then another guy, I don't know. I'm excited to see him come back as Jaquan Brisker. I think he's a difference maker in our defense. I feel like our defense did kind of go down once he went down after that Atlanta Panthers game. I've been always a big fan of him. He puts his body on the line, which sometimes can cost him with the concussions, but he's a difference maker in our secondary. Him and Kevin Byard could be a really good duo. And then lastly, I think going on the offensive side, I said this in the chat, Luther Burden. I think, obviously, I don't think his stats are going to be crazy this year, because, the wide receivers are room is really crazy. And you still have Zacchaeus, too, who was a third wide receiver with Roma Dunze and DJ Moore, Colson Loveland, Cole Kmet. There's a lot of players to feed the ball to. So I think Luther Burden is gonna be like a gadget guy his first year. I think maybe where we just use him in like special like situations, like how like the Saints use like Taysom Hill. Like I think he's obviously gonna be on the field more than Taysom Hill normally is, but like I'm just saying like I don't think he's gonna have crazy amount of yards next year.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I'm excited to see him. But I think the Bears are right, like not rushing him because I think we have enough weapons right now where we're gonna be all right. And he's obviously for the future too. So like you don't have to rush him. Like and we don't need to see him week one if he's not ready. Um and according to DJ Moore, he's locked in on the playbook and he's in all the meetings. So as long as he knows his play calls, he's doing his job. Other than obviously like playing on the field because he's hurt, I think he's gonna be all right. And so yeah, those are the guys I'm most excited to see.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, both sides of the ball, but yeah, 100%, I agree. But guy, let's go to you now. Let's see who are you most excited to see next season, or it could be multiple people too. Go for
I
it.
am most excited to see the baby polar bear, the guy that's standing 7 foot in cleats. That is Ozzy Trapillo.
Mm,
I'm ready to see him go against Montez, Billings, Dale. I want to see this dude in action, man. He got good balance. He got good hands, good long arms. He had the ability to engage and disengage without holding so far. They're saying he looks like a 4 to 5 year vet already. So then he's going to be protecting Caleb's blind side if he's end up being the left tackle. You know what I mean?
right.
So he's coming in against Braxton Jones, who to me, if he's 100%, he's played the most games at left tackle. He's not perfect, but he's the best you got. So Karan, he's still a somebody with a question mark. You don't really know what he is until he gets more coaching and he gets more reps. So I'm excited to see that whole left tackle position to see who it's going to be. Because honestly, I believe in Karan, I believe in Braxton the most because he's a veteran. But if I'm looking at somebody that I want to be the left starting tackle, it's Ozzy Trapillo, man. You can't beat the height. You can't beat the body type. You can't beat the long arms. You cannot beat a guy that tall. So I'm ready to see how Caleb throws his off-platform throws. Now, look, he has to throw behind a guy that's almost 7 feet tall. You know, excuse me. You know what I mean? He's
Right.
almost 7 feet tall. So I'm intrigued to see how Caleb does with a guy that big on his left side. How is he going to be able to throw the ball over him, around him, sideways to the right, sideways to the left? So that's very intriguing to me because we know he can play with Braxton. We know he can pretty much play with Karan, but 6'8" is 6'8", man. So I'm fired up to see how Ozzy Trapillo do in training camp and preseason. And I'm also looking forward to seeing Zay Frazier. He's 6'3". He can run. He can glide. I think he runs a 4.3. I think he had a bunch of interceptions in college this last season. It looks like he might be a hybrid of a safety and a corner. So I want to see him getting reps with the safeties and the corners. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you can't teach speed again. Dennis Allen is going after guys that are 6'3". You know what I mean? The guy that started first reps when what's his name? JJ went down. That guy's like 6'4". Trey Flowers is like 6'3". Zay is like 6'3". So I can't wait to see how Zay Frazier do in these joint practices. I can't wait to see what he looks like with these pads on. So the guys I'm looking forward to seeing is Zay Frazier and Ozzy Trapillo.
Oh, that's two good guys to really look forward to because if they hit, the sky's the limit for this team. For me, I'm listening to you both, and I'm kind of like thinking about it, seeing if I can change my answer real quick. But listen, I think I'm going to keep my answers right now because I think I have two good players right now. Let's start with the offense. Our 10th overall pick, Colston Loveland, is one player I'm looking forward to. And listen, I know throughout this offseason, it's been like, oh, we have Cole Kmet. Why are we drafting another tight end? I'm pretty sure two tight ends is better, or two good tight ends are better than one.
Facts.
If I remember correctly.
Right.
You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But
You're not wrong. Keep cooking right now. Keep cooking.
So it's just that, Colston Loveland, you got to remember, this dude played in Michigan under Jim Harbaugh, who we wanted to be our head coach initially.
Yep.
And the same Jim Harbaugh that also went to win the national championship. So not only does this tight end, yes, national championship doesn't mean much in the scheme of in the NFL, right? But that championship experience is important.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
being able to be mentally there when the game is on the line and it's a single elimination game, that matters at the end of the day,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to your intangibles.
Yes.
I think Colston Loveland has all the specs and all the intangibles that Ben Johnson really wants. Obviously, if Ben Johnson had the opportunity to draft Ashton Genty or like a good offensive lineman, like what's his name, Will Campbell Jr.,
Will
he would
Campbell,
have
yeah.
done that. But this is a great option too because it's having two tight ends and a coach that was a former tight ends coach in Miami is very important because that means that opens up the playbook more. You can add more blocking protection. You can add more schemes where the tight end goes out on a seam route or on like a little bit of a in route, and you can get good yardage from that from yards after the catch. So realistically speaking, I think that Colston Loveland under Ben Johnson's tutelage with Cole Kmet on the other side to open up space, I think that Loveland can have an opportunity to thrive in a wide receiver room that's already like too many cooks in the kitchen. So that's going to be very crucial for me specifically. And I think a lot for the defensive side, I think this is a player that no one's really talking about. And I think in the chat, someone brought it up. I'm trying to see if I can find it, but he read my mind like a book pretty much. And that is Austin Booker. Austin Booker, no one really talks about him as much because
Yeah.
he's a 4th-round pick last year. He didn't really have a great season last season as the primary edge rusher because, there was already so much turmoil within the defensive side of the ball. I think that with Dennis Allen, I think understands Booker's situation on the team. They invested heavily on Dayo Odeyingbo. They added some key pieces to the line, the D line specifically. Andrew Billings is coming back. I think with the fact that Andrew Billings is coming back, it's going to allow Austin Booker to get those necessary reps during training camp. And, in the season when he gets more reps, and the second line and, be at more additional depth. I think that's what's going to be crucial to his development. And let's say it doesn't work out, it's fine. He will be a good product for us if we end up deciding to move off of him. But I still think that Austin has the speed, the raw talent to still be able to thrive. Like not every edge rusher has to be a 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick, right?
Good
You
point. Yeah.
can find your own way to kind of grow into that field. I just think Austin Booker never really got that opportunity with Matt Eberflus last year because Matt Eberflus, first of all, didn't even rush the quarterback ever. He played prevent a ton. So that really doesn't help. And also doesn't help
in coverage and we got smoked that day. I remember that.
Exactly.
Wait, I have a question. Like the question was for training camp or for the season?
Ooh, I think for the season because I think the question didn't specifically say for training camp.
Oh so I was like, okay, I have a question though. So do you guys like when you guys put your answers, like do you guys think like the players that you are saying are gonna have like meaningful play, like because like you said like you think they're gonna play a lot of snaps this year? Like
Zay Frazier will play a lot of snaps because he's going to be in a position where he's going to be playing safety and corner. Like corner is a little bit more stacked. We got JJ, we got Tariq, we got Terrell. And I think I'm missing one more person.
Kyler Gordon.
Kyler Gordon. So it's stacked. It's stacked, but you got to know you got to learn what he can do. Like if he can do something better than JJ or better than Kyler at some moment, we could put him in some packages. He's going to play. They did not draft that kid to not play. They did not draft Isaac Trapillo in the 2nd round with the 56th pick to not play. These guys are going to get a ton of reps in preseason. They're going to get some packages in the season. There's no way Zay Frazier is not going to be out there playing safety. There's no way he's just going to sit on the bench just because you say I'm a corner and I've been playing corner. Dennis Allen's going to see what you can do at safety. You're tall, so those contested passes quarterbacks are going to be trying to throw. You think he's not going to get opportunities to go out there and smack those balls away with his height? You know, being able to glide. He's going to be in games, bro. Not probably in games where meaningful games, but maybe a couple of snaps in the first and second quarters, third quarters for sure. Absolutely, especially if he's better than Jonathan Owens. He's already look. If he's better than that, and that's the guy you got to beat to do it. Then he's going to be cooking, bro. He's going to get reps.
Jonathan Owens actually had a decent season last year.
He did.
He did have that punt return against the Titans. I remember that. But what's it called? The Ozzy what's funny about Ozzy Shapiro is dude, if that pick hits, it'd be crazy because who did the you remember who did that pick for us, Seth Rollins, at the
Seth Rollins
draft.
Yeah, Seth Rollins cooked that night. That was crazy.
Yeah. If he hits, people are gonna keep on.
That would be top 10 aura moments of all time, dude. That would oh my god, dude. Especially in Green Bay too. Oh, oof.
Honestly, he was the perfect guy for hiking.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a Chicago guy.
Oh my god. I think you need to slow down with the Cal Manon guy hype. I think that he got a mountain to climb, bro. He got stuff he got to get. If he gets past Roshan, who everybody's saying he's looking quicker, he's looking more explosive, he's looking like what he should look like last year, and he got Eric Bieniemy right now. That's going to be a hard mountain to climb.
Right. And I like this comment a lot because it is true. Thank you for the comment as well. Booker was undersized last year, and Dennis Allen traditionally likes large defensive ends. Booker will of course be on the 53-man roster, but we need to see a lot of improvement from. Absolutely. I'm not saying that, Booker is is a polished product at all. He definitely has his, his negative side, but I think that with a team that's looking for an edge rusher, if they need an edge rusher, right? They would have gone out and got one right now. That's what I'm thinking right now, because there are so many opportunities to go out there and get you a solidified edge rusher, whether it's in the draft or in free agency. I just think that right now they want to see what they have, see what the capital is.
Yeah, and just to make that point true, because you got to remember, Kyler can blitz the quarterback. Then you got Ruben Hippolyte, who you can put in some package on the blitz. So if they really looking to get to the quarterback without having that premier first, that pass rush, you got Kyler Gordon, Spider-Man, then you got Ruben Hippolyte is looking like another hybrid guy that you could put in some blitz packages. So just to your point, it looks like they might just have a little bit more help than we realize with Kyler and Ruben, because Ruben is going to get sent on packages, bro, to hit to the quarterback. You better believe that.
Wait, speaking of help, maybe you guys hear about Christian Wilkins from the Raiders? Yeah, do you guys?
Ryan Pace would sign him right now. Ryan Pace would have signed him immediately.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh god, no, thank you, dude. I'm telling you.
Wait,
I remember
Ryan Pace. I was saying Ryan Pace would have signed him already.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like he would help. Am I wrong or?
Nah,
yeah, you're this at this moment in time. You don't get players like that with hurt feet, bro.
Yeah.
In basketball, it's a shoulder. The shoulder is crazy. Feet for a big man, I'll stay away from that, bro.
Is it me or am I noticing a trend in the Raiders nation? Because first it was Antonio Brown with the what was it called? That foot thing that he had to do with. It was
turf toe.
Turf toe? No, I don't know. It was it was frozen or something. I don't know. But I remember the whole conundrum there back then. Back in 2019 when did he go to the Raiders? I don't remember. But back then it was a whole thing, and now this whole thing with Christian Wilkins and voiding his contract. Good Lord. I remember we were so interested in getting him, and I was on the boat as well. Listen. I was on the boat as well that really wanted Christian Wilkins, and I believe Ryan Poles dodged a bullet on that. I'll absolutely be real right now.
Yes,
but I mean, it happens, and the Raiders.
Maybe an in-season trade with Trey Henderson, maybe.
That's the thing. Let's actually. Listen. Let's actually, a little bit of a pivot right now. Let's actually talk about that real quick before we get into the rest of the Bears content, because it does kind of affect the Bears in a sense, because Trey Hendrickson is going to be potential free agent, or not free agent, a candidate that people can go out and get right now, especially with the Bengals and the whole situation. Personally, I still think that the Bengals after giving Shamar Stewart the 18.9 million over 4 years, fully guaranteed contract. I think that they'll still find a way to sign Trey Hendrickson. I feel like that's what's gonna.
No way. Now with the price. No way.
The price is gonna be tough, but I just feel like they're just gonna it's just like how Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are
but they can't because what's it called? They're paying Joe Burrow a lot of money. They're paying T. Higgins a lot of money. They're also paying Jamar Chase a lot of money. With the Cowboys, it's different that they're only paying. Okay, they're paying what's it called? Dak Prescott $60 million, which is crazy, but they're paying him $60 million, and then they're paying CD. They have enough to pay.
No, but they're also paying one of their offensive linemen as well. They're playing essentially 3 players that are worth each.
Not the max though. It's not the super. It wasn't the.
Was it not the super max? Or
no, I don't know what they call it in the NFL, but it was not the super max. I don't.
No,
think.
It was a max. It was a max extension. I'm pretty sure. It was
my thing is Trey Henderson definitely wants more than $42 million because his argument would be I'm better than TJ Watt last year. He did have back-to-back 17.5 sacks last year. There's just no way. I'm saying this. After they paid T. Higgins that money, I knew as soon as they paid him that money that Trey's off the team. There's just no way. And with a Shamar Stewart pick, I feel like they're going to think that he's going to be the replacement for him. So I actually do not expect the Bengals to actually cave in. This is they should have done it before the Watt contract. Actually,
that's the thing about I guess just to add on. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to build up upon that because I don't understand. And Guy, you can chime in as well about this as well. But I don't get the whole thing about owners because at this point you're an owner, right? And you want to invest in this company, and that is the organization that the football team is in, right? And I just don't understand from a negotiation standpoint why you would wait and sit on your hands that long to pay, because you understand that time progresses, that price is going to increase. Same with inflation, same with the pricing and the standard when it comes to the prices for players. Take it for example. TJ Watt just got paid super incredible money with the Steelers, and he's older now. He's insanely older now. He's 32 now. Yeah, go ahead.
No, man, I'm going to interrupt you. I just want to. It's not about the money as much as it's about power and control. See, not to get too preachy about it, but when you're an owner, that's exactly what you are. These people make money in their sleep. You know what I mean? They're making money when they go to the toilet, when they go to bed, when they drive in their car. It's more about control. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that level of being an owner and you got players you got to pay, you want to keep some type of mental edge. And I hate to say that, but that's the way business works. You know what I mean? It's an old school mentality from a very long time ago. I don't really want to get into it, but that's what it is, because you can sit here and say, oh, they got the money, it's inflation, and why are they waiting? And this guy's producing, and he got all these tackles, and he got all his sacks. It's not about the money. It's about power and control, the hierarchy. They don't want the inmates running the asylum, so to speak. You know what I mean? Even though these guys are getting more guaranteed money every single year, every time we wake up, oh, this is the highest paid defensive tackle, defensive end right now, and it's the highest paid quarterback. It happens all the time. So all these owners have left as far as somewhat of control is to control what? The narrative. They can control the narrative, and it's power and ego and control, manipulation.
No, yeah, you're 100% on the money, especially if you can even take a look at Jerry Jones. The whole premise is what you're saying. He just wants to have the control, only wants to brag about the good things that happen and give blame to the bad things that happen in the organization standpoint. Uncle, do you want to say something?
Yeah, so I think, so for the Bengals, I think the reason why they're I guess they didn't want to pay him, is because I guess the age factor and the fact that he went 17.5 2 years in a row. I feel like if Trey Henderson was 27, 28, I feel like they would easily paid him. But I don't know. I guess if I was to guess why they're not paying him is because he's in the older side, and paying a guy who's 30 years old $42 million a year is a lot of money for an edge. But I mean, they should have obviously done it earlier than the Myles Garrett one, because he wanted to contract Trey Hendrickson, and the more he doesn't play, and the more the Bengals defense is going to struggle. And I mean, in my opinion, here's my thing: I don't feel bad for the Bengals because I mean, you had a choice last year, like I'm sorry, this offseason to pay either Higgins because I think Chase is a no brainer. Like you have to pay him; he's a top 2 receiver in the league. But the third best player on your team was Trey Henderson, who literally, like, if it wasn't for him, like I think the Bengals would be giving up like 60 or 70 points a game because they have literally no pass rush, and they decided to pay T Higgins instead, who is a top 3 wide receiver 2 in the league, maybe like probably. I mean, you could argue he's like he's like the best wide receiver 2 in the league, but I'm just saying giving him a lot of guaranteed money, like I guess that's the part. I mean, I don't know if it's more about power because I do see the point of view from the Bengals. Like you don't want to pay someone that's really old, and they did get a replacement, Shamar Stewart, which I don't know how good he's going to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously,
but that's how you know it's not about the money, bro. Like, how you have a rookie wait that long to pay him, bro?
That's how you know it's first round pick.
It's bigger than money. It's bigger than money because they end up giving it to him. So why would you make him want to feel like he's not worth something that he's worth? That's attacking someone's humanity. Somebody that worked so hard to get to where they're at and to get drafted that high. All this stuff is facts. All this stuff is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, as it's supposed to be, especially when it comes to paying people their money and what they're worth. And you make this guy, even reports of him going back to college. Like, that's one example. Then Trey Hendrickson, even though he's older, this guy's entitled to what he deserves. Then at the end of the day, you're not putting a defense around Burrow because you're not putting a defense around him. You're not paying guys to come play defense. So the guy that could help you probably build your nucleus around on your defense, you're not going to pay him. Then you're going to have a rookie hold. You didn't want to pay a rookie? Like, that's a mentality. That's an ownership mentality, bro. It has nothing to do with money, bro. Not at all.
I mean, I just feel like the Cowboys, I don't understand why the Cowboys are not paying Micah because I think that's just crazy. Like, Micah arguably is the best edge rusher in the league, and he's only 25 years old, and he's actually, the crazy part is Micah Parsons in that first round, of the 2021 draft class where it had a lot of really good talent. He's gonna be the last one that's actually really good in that draft class to get paid. So it's just crazy. I think Jerry Jones, he wants a headline. So his last year, he waited till week 1 Sunday to pay Dak Prescott the bag. So I don't understand that part. Because I think I don't know. Micah should be already paid. It's
crazy. Yeah, he should be already paid. It's the ownership mentality of I own you, even though you're deserving of the money, but I'm the one that's going to pay you the money. And some of these owners are going to make you feel like you're not worth what you're worth just because they're losing control. They don't want to give up their money, man. Some of these owners, they don't want to give up their money. They don't want to give up $50 million. You know what I mean? And they're going to make it hard as hell to do that, bro. Like, it is what it is. And it's sad to see because we see guys competing every Sunday away from their families, they're putting their body on the line every week, you know what I mean? And getting hurt and playing through pain while you get to sit up in a damn suite in a skybox with food and women and whatever you want. You just sitting up there chilling in an AC or essential heat. Like, it's disrespectful, man. Then you looking down on players that it's not for the players. You want to even have a league. So it's super disrespectful, super arrogant, and it shouldn't be happening for guys that produce. It doesn't make any it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I do agree with you because I feel like I have a friend that's a Cowboys fan. He's been on the podcast before, and he said he always tells me the way the Cowboys operate normally is that nobody's bigger than Jerry, and it's no matter how good of a player you are, you're never gonna be bigger than Jerry Jones. And I feel like the problem with the Cowboys, I'm not trying to make this a Cowboys thing, but the problem with them is their owner wants all the media attention, and then he says he wants to win, but then always wants to make the headlines.
Right. Like, what do you everybody
they're not gonna be successful with that that culture, I feel like.
And it's all even crazier too that Jerry goes out and talks smack about his players. I remember he in a recent interview, or it was a table discussion or whatever, and he was kind of justifying not paying not paying Micah Parsons due to potential injury, and he brought up Dak Prescott. Because
Oh
the
yeah,
quarterback
he
last
was
year.
gone. Yeah,
Yeah, it is like, and it was Dak Prescott. I'm like, holy wow, way to throw your quarterback that you threw 60 million a year under the bus. That's crazy work. Like, that's
You
like,
get
yeah,
hit
like
by a
shit.
car.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah, okay.
like guy, you hit it on the spot, and I never really thought of it like that. Like, I mean, I always thought of it like in the sense that Jerry will have control and will have final say, but from a perspective of like power, yeah, 100%, you're completely right. And this brings us to the next segment, and we kind of a little bit more of a pivot again. Let's talk about the Bears once again because this is at the end of the day is a Bears podcast too.
it's all
Um,
good.
no, that's all good. No. But I want to go with one of the comments as well from my boy Sid. As unbiased as possible, what are our chances of making the playoffs this year? Which, to be fair, is a very, very good question because it's a little bit of a gray area, so to say, because on one hand you have a newly installed head coach and it's his first season, but you also have the other side where you have an insanely good roster and there's really no excuse. Guy, let's start with you. Um, Unbiased as possible. What are our chances in your eyes of making the playoffs?
We have we've got about a 48% chance of making the playoffs, man. And I'm looking
Okay,
at the division. The
fair enough.
Packers, they went 1-6 and they almost got swept in the division and they beat us because of a blocked field goal. You got the Lions. They've lost their offensive coordinator. They lost their defensive coordinator. They're losing defensive players like every other week, starters. Then we're going up against Minnesota, who have a good team, they have a good defense, they have a good offense, but they got a rookie, second-year rookie at quarterback. So when you add all that up to me, these division games might be, and I hate to say, a walk in the park, bro, because we've already took the mental edge away from the Packers by beating them. The streak is over. Caleb is going to walk into Lambeau with that energy. I just beat y'all. I'm going to beat y'all again. Ben Johnson is our offensive coordinator now. The Detroit Lions are going to take numerous steps back from a coaching standpoint and a player standpoint. One of their players retired in the offseason.
Yeah, Ragnar, right? Like Ragnar.
Yeah. So if we get on top of the division early, and I think we will, and if everything is on the up and up, and guys are not injured, of course, because injuries are part of football, you can't really get past that, and key guys are not gone, I literally see the Bears making the playoff and winning this division first year. And I will clip this up and use this as a reference when it happens. So Bears will. They will.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think I give us like a 60% chance. I think the reason why I'm going 60 is because
That's a lot.
I
I feel you. I'm with you.
no, because if you're 3-time offseason champs, you have to cast that in for the playoffs at least once. So I think this year I feel like I do agree, like there's some step back in the division. I feel like I still I don't know, last year I disrespected the Vikings a lot, and I just can't do that again. Like
Right.
one of my good friends is a Vikings fan, so and every week I said they're going to start off like 0-5, and then they literally went 5-0, and he I don't know, those text messages when
And we have the element of surprise this
Yeah.
season with Ben Johnson as our first year offensive play
That's
caller
true.
and our head coach. So every year is always you catching teams by surprise. So that matters. Detroit taking steps back with the players that they lost, the coaches they lost. The Packers is taking steps back. Jordan Love is what, you know what I mean? And you got the Vikings, but then you still got Ben Johnson at the element of surprise, man. With all these play calls he like to call and do a little trick here and there, man. So it looks like we could do something.
My only thing is, I still think the Lions are going to be a problem in this division still. Just I do get that they lost both. I do get that they lost both their coordinators, and that is going to be an issue. But I still think that they still have the talent on their side. They still got. I think Goff is a fringe top 10 quarterback in the league. I think I lead him towards not being in the top 10, but there's an argument that he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. I still think their offensive line is still good, even though Ragnar retired. And I still think Dan Campbell, the culture, like we said before, he really installed that culture also in Detroit. And a lot of the things happened in the defense. A lot of their starters got injured that year, last year, and they're going to get a healthy defense next year. Aiden Hutchinson's going to come back. I still think they're going to be the guys that, like, they're going to be the team that we have to compete for. I still think the Vikings are going to be really good. They had a lot of good additions with Hargrave and Jonathan Allen that they got in the defensive line with Brian Flores as defensive coordinator. And I mean, I'll just
I'm gonna
never.
get Carl. I'm gonna get him.
No, I'm just saying, like, they're gonna be. I mean, a tough outing. They still do have a rookie quarterback, and then the Packers are just. I don't know. LaFleur, he always will get 10 to 11 wins or like 9 to 10 wins a year. No matter what his roster is, he's a hell of a coach. No matter how much we hate him, he's a really good coach. So we do have a lot of obstacles, but I do think that. I think we can pull a Washington Commanders this year. I think we can be the Washington Commanders of last year, where we're like a lot of teams are thinking that, we're going to be like a 7 or 8 win team or 9 win team, but I think we can catch a lot of teams out of the storm with a new coach. And I think our schedule is not as bad as we think it is. Like, I'm being so serious. I don't think it's that terrible of a schedule. Like, we do play the NFC East, but the only team I'm scared about in that division is the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a scary team, but
Yeah.
and then we're playing the AFC North, the Ravens. I feel like are the scary team, and maybe this. I don't even know if I'm scared of the Steelers or the Bengals.
We might get smoked by that division, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. But
Yeah.
let me get to Carl about talking about some element surprise, bro. Ben Jones was in the NFC North, but this offense is going to be completely different with Caleb Williams as his quarterback, bro. He's going to catch teams off very surprised with Caleb Williams and his offense that he's tailoring around Caleb. So yeah, the element of surprise. This isn't Jared Goff, bro. This isn't Jared Goff. So he has the ability to catch some teams by element of surprise. Yes, absolutely. He absolutely does.
You think we're gonna get smoked by the AFC North?
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close because we
Really?
have to prove that we can survive a shootout. All those teams can play in a shootout. Joe Burrow can survive a shootout. Lamar Jackson can put up points in the shootout.
I don't know about the
Allen
Steelers.
can put up points in the shootout. Do you really think that the Bears, with Caleb Williams, not saying he can't do it, is proven enough to go against the AFC in a shootout with those quarterbacks, bro? Not saying our defense is going to be good, but just based off what those type of offenses can do against our first year offense.
My thing is like maybe like the Bengals, but I've seen the Bengals also. Like, I feel like we have a better defense than them this year, like, for sure. And I mean, it depends on how our defense plays against them. But yeah, Bengals. I think that'll be.
Bro, Carl.
But what's it called? I think we're better than the Steelers and the Browns for sure. Like, in that division, like, I don't know, but I don't think the Aaron Rodgers experiment is going to work in Pittsburgh, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, I mean, also another thing I wanted to bring up.
Wait, don't we play the Ravens? Don't
we play the Ravens? Yeah,
I think the Ravens is going to be a loss.
Yeah,
I think the Ravens is going to be a loss for sure. But I think the Steelers and the Browns, I think we can win.
I forgot that the Bills are in the East. My bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I like the idea. Like Bear Mysterio mentioned, Ben Johnson knows the Lions too much, which gives us a huge advantage on how we should play them. Very true. I mean, listen, from their perspective, like, they aren't going to change too much, I feel, of how they kind of ran things in the offense. Because if you remember, they tailored an offense for Jared Goff to prevent him to make mistakes. And an offense that Jared Goff can really thrive in. And we've seen that in a lot of instances where if a play breaks down and it goes off schedule, it's like Jared has a tough time and it kind of can get in the way of him performing well on the field. And we saw that in the Commanders game too, where, if they aren't like completely blitzing them from the start, like offensively, it just breaks down in general. And he is prone to throwing interceptions as well. So we have to really see with how well he can do without Ben Johnson and, a new offensive staff. I mean, it could really work well because, they have hired pretty well recently, but we just have to really see from their perspective. Yeah, especially Ravens and Bengals on the road back to back that's the part of the schedule I hate the most, because it's just like, I don't like the fact that we have to face two of the top teams in that division. Obviously, the Bengals defensively are kind of lacking, but the fact that we have to face the Ravens at M&T Stadium and then go all the way to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, like, Come
Oh,
on.
that defense is not that good though. I'm just
I
saying.
agree. I agree, but it's gonna be a huge shootout at the end of the day. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, like,
Jaden Daniels was able to beat him last year, 38-33 with a shootout. And he had a good coach. So I'm saying that they lose a lot of games with shootouts, and I think Caleb is capable of doing that. Like last year
100%.
with I don't know. He obviously didn't prove it last year, but he did prove like he's clutch. Like he did prove that. Like obviously the Bears like screwed it up, but I mean that Lambeau, like he in Lambeau Field last year, he did have a game-winning drive against the Commanders. He did have a game-winning drive against the Packers and Soldier Field. He had a game-winning drive. Even like against the Vikings, like he had 2 touchdowns in like a minute. Like he's capable of doing that. And with a better team, I think we can outduel the Bengals. Ravens, yeah, that might be a tough one. Like they might have the best defense in the league. So like I don't know about the Ravens one, but I think the Bengals is a winnable game. Like I think like people are overrating like how good the Bengals are. Like I think their defense is just so trash. Like, and especially if they don't pay Henderson, like Caleb's gonna have unlimited time in the pocket, like unlimited.
We go 2-2 against the North. We go they had a Pittsburgh. We beat them, and then we beat the Browns.
Oh, that's gonna be Pittsburgh's
we
gonna
get
be
smoked by the Ravens and Ravens and the damn Bengals.
I think we can go 3-1 in my opinion. 3-1.
I love
That'd
it.
be amazing.
I'll take it. I hope I'm wrong. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I see what you mean though. Like they have a crazy offense, so I'll give that.
Man, I don't know. Whew. If they do it, that's gonna be. I'll put some money on that.
Yeah. So, what's your like win total, or do you think that for both of you specifically, like you said, Anka, you said like you can win what 12 wins?
I think the max, like literally, I'm just so high on this Bears team because I'm a Bears fan. I think we can go 12-5. Like I think that's the max. 12-5 max. Like if everything goes right, and we're literally what's it called? The Commanders last year, 12. But realistically, I think 10 wins is like I think that's a sweet spot. 10-11. I think that's a sweet spot. Or like, yes, I would say 10 just to be safe.
So let's just call them out right here. I think I got us 1-11-6. Okay. So Vikings Monday night rookie quarterback. What we doing? Pretty much a rookie. We winning or losing?
Winning.
All right, write these down. Just write it. Anybody got a pen? We're gonna write these down. We can get these real time, real quick.
All right, you got this, man. You got
this. Let's go. So we'll ask. So let's wait for Amber to get his pen real quick.
Let me get my pen.
All right, let's go. 1-0. Then we got the Lions next week, September 14th.
I think we lose that one. I think we lose that one. Forward. Like I think we lose that one.
We losing, Amber? We losing?
In Detroit, yeah. I agree. We lose that one.
All right, then we got the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that's a win.
That's a win.
It's a win, but a close one. Eberflus comes back to Chicago. I think that's a win. Like
I feel like.
All right, so that's a win. So Raiders.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think they're going to be sneaky good, but I think we'll win this one. Like I don't know. The Raiders are going to be sneaky though.
You know, you keeping your wins and your losses down. You just gonna memorize it.
It's 3-1. 3-1.
Okay, 3-1.
I'm also 3-1 as well.
Okay, then we got and look, and those are reasonable wins. Like we beat Minnesota, we probably lose to the the Lions. We beat the Cowboys and we beat the Raiders. Okay, cool. The bye week we got. Then after that, it's the Commanders.
Let me win that one. I think we get a revenge. Like actually, I'm being so serious. I think we get a revenge.
So want to pick us to win this game, but I hope we do.
I don't know what personally I don't know what I would do with myself if we lose.
No. I think the Commanders are gonna like. I think Jaden Daniels is going through a sophomore slump next year. Like what happened to CJ Stroud last year. I don't know.
I mean that's fair. I mean, but who knows?
Especially if they don't sign Terry. If they don't sign Terry, like
yeah, that's also another thing too.
People don't understand. Terry was so big for Jaden last year. Like most of the touchdowns, like in the red zone, it was Ertz and Terry, but most of it went to Terry. Like Terry was huge for Jaden last year. So if they don't sign him, like having Deebo Samuel as your number one receiver is recipe for disaster. Yeah. But okay, I got 4-1.
4-1. So
I have wait a second.
That's 4-1.
4-1. Same here.
4-1. Y'all sound like me. Okay. Then we got the Saints.
We're going to that game.
They better win that one because we're going to that game, bro. They better win that one.
I think the Saints are literally the worst team in the league. Like,
if you know something about both of us right now, we're currently attending Bears games right now. We're currently 0-3 right now.
Don't stop doing the games. What are you doing?
Hey, listen.
I don't
All
even
right?
watch the Cubs. Now, Amber, you know I don't even watch Cubs games if they
Yeah,
lose.
I
I
know.
don't even watch. I gotta wait till they win again to watch them play again. That's how I do with the Cubs. So
They're winning right now, 6-1.
6-1. I'll take it. But like, listen.
0-3.
The only reason we got tickets because I was so angry that we did not get training camp this year. But at the same time, also like,
We got training
why
camp.
not?
No, we got training camp.
Okay. And then we somehow finessed training camp tickets. Like, I don't know.
The Bears
if they
like
lose,
finally did something right, and they opened up North's tickets. So
okay. But yeah, anyways, that's enough of
5-1,
that.
5-1.
All right, 5-1 right now.
Stop going to Bears games, y'all. The jinx.
Yeah. And listen, okay, Guy, I'll tell you this right now. If we go, listen. Here we are. All right. If we go and we lose that, then we're actually cursed. We're actually cursed. Then we're actually cursed. Like I don't know what else to say. Like if we went to the Patriots game last year and we lost that. So hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah, like then you regret we spent this much on the flight ticket and I spent this. Is just never doing this again. But then after the Saints, we got the Ravens. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
That's a loss.
That's a loss. 5-2.
It's a shootout game. No. Lamar Jackson and that defense is pretty. Oh my God, no.
I think.
Saints need him. Yeah.
Bengals.
That's a loss. I'm sorry. That's a loss for me.
I think that's a win for me, but I'll go with the majority though. I'll go with the majority.
Yeah, Bortles. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like I think the Bengals defense is going to be so garbage this year, bro. Like I'm telling, like
yeah.
But like we need some losses though. So yeah, I'll put 5-3. Just
okay.
I feel like I'm saving. Hold on. I think we win that one. I feel like I'm convinced. I'm convinced myself. I don't know,
dude. Like
I feel like I feel like we'll lose later on, but I feel like we'll win this. All right.
5-3.
So far, 5-3.
Carl said the
5-2,
Cubs won. Okay, dope. So we won in the series. They killed us last night. Then we got the Giants. That's a W.
That's a W.
Giants.
Here's my thing with that game is I think it's gonna be a win, but it's gonna be such a defensive slugfest because that defense is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think we win that game. I think we win it.
Check down. Caleb is in the building for that game. Let's go. Check down. Let's go.
Yes,
I don't care. I don't.
Running backs got to carry.
I wish we had that
legacy game against the Giants. Let's go.
The Yak Merchant. Let's go.
Then we got the Vikings again.
Vikings. I think we
lose that game. I don't see us sweeping them. I'd be so.
This is away, right? This is away.
Yeah, this is away.
I feel like
I think we lose this game, in my opinion. Like I don't know though.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go with majority. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say I think we winning. I think this is gonna be a bad season for the Vikings, bro. Like somebody's shout out to NFL Outdated that's been calling.
I said that last year. I literally said that last year, and like I just can't. Like I think they're gonna have a sneaky good season. I don't know. I'm just gonna say that right now, like so that they might have a bad one. But
reverse jinx it. I respect that.
But listen, my guy Andy from NFL Outdated was calling JJ McCarthy a handoff merchant. That shit is so funny.
That is hilarious.
He does have Jetta. Like he does have Jettas. Like I don't know.
But it's hard to have Jettas, but you also like you have to throw him the ball too. On time as well. I agree. Listen. JJ could be good. Like I'm not saying that like I'm ruling it 100%. I'm just saying that there's possibility.
What's our record right now? Like looking at right now.
Hold on.
Going into this game.
3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I predicted the Vikings yet.
So 6. No, yeah, you're right. 6 and you have 6-1 or 6-2. 6-2, right?
6-2. So Vikings is week 9, right?
We lose this game.
Oh, week 10.
That is
week 10 is Giants. Week 11 is Vikings.
Week 11 is the Vikings
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What the heck?
No, we had a bye week.
Oh yeah, bye week. But okay. So this would be.
You didn't predict the Giants game. So.
All right. So I'm gonna say we lose the Vikings one.
All right. So okay.
So we split. Against.
Okay. I honor that. Then we got the Steelers November 12th.
We win that one.
That's a W.
We send Aaron Rodgers retirement, man.
I forgot that we played the damn Eagles. Oh, that's a loss, bro.
That's a loss.
After the Steelers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time loss. Yeah.
I think that's a loss.
I think it's on Saturday or Black Friday. I'm not
on Black Friday.
Yeah, it's Black Friday, November 24th.
I'm just saying this right now. If the Bears win that game, They were like,
We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the
Super Bowl, dude.
I know.
Oh man. Oh
Dude,
man.
I'll be so happy if we win that game, man. Like,
Dude, if we actually beat the defending champs, holy crap.
yeah,
dude.
but I think that's a loss.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on me that day we beat them. Then we got Green Bay, December 7th. December 7th.
Yeah,
that home?
2-0 in Lambeau. I think he's 2-0 in Lambeau, man.
Oh, was that Lambeau?
Yeah, it's in Lambeau. I think we win that one.
First game? I'm not sure. So we sweeping Green Bay, but how do you think we're gonna sweep Green Bay? But we don't sweep the Vikings. Make that make sense.
Okay, because here's my thing with the Vikings. It's like here. I want the Packers sweep more than the Vikings, and I just think that like the Vikings, their defense is crazy though. That's my thing. The defense of the Vikings is actually really good. I don't think the Packers have a crazy defense.
My fault, Charles. Go ahead.
I just don't think the Packers have a crazy defense. I think the Vikings defense is actually like really good, and I think by week 11, JJ McCarthy with that offense is going to figure it out, and that's why I think I had the Vikings winning that game, and then I don't know. Also, I'm a Bears fan. I don't like the Packers, so
yeah.
I'm going to add on to that a little bit too. You got to also keep in mind that the Packers just lost Jair Alexander as well, and on top of that, they're trying out their wide receivers to be a corner as well.
Yeah.
So
okay.
like they're at that point right now. I mean, listen, Jeff Hafley had a pretty solid debut as a DC for them. Like I'm not going to take that away from him.
That definitely worked out 3rd and 11 with that weird bunch formation. You remember that play?
I don't know what they did with that. Like I'll be absolutely real. I don't know what that play
definitely worked out. Like masterclass right there. But yeah, I got us winning in Lambeau. I think we win this one.
Yeah, I think we can win that.
All right, and then after the first Green Bay game is the Browns. That's a W.
That's a win, but like again, it's gonna be like the Giants game. I think that it's gonna be like a defensive slugfest again. Because
I feel like
the defense. No, what?
I don't know. Like I feel like there has to be like one game where it's like we clearly have to win that one, and we lose that one. It happens to every team. Yeah, it happens to every team. Like even like the Kansas City Chiefs, they could lose to like they lost to the Broncos like the year when Russ was on the team.
They didn't play. Oh, you're talking about okay? I was gonna say the last game, bro. They did not play any of the starters.
No. I'm talking about like 2 years ago when they had Russ on the team. Still, they were not supposed to win that game.
All right, but like I guess, but like I don't think that would be the game.
The Bears should have won against the Patriots that last year, and look what happened.
My thing is like
and the Commanders. Like
who's their quarterback?
No, it doesn't matter who their quarterback is. You can finesse wins in that's the part of the league. Like any given Sunday, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Like there has to be some point in the season. Like okay, if we're going based off of the fact that games we should win, then there are going to be a lot of wins, obviously. But I'm saying from the perspective of who do we think?
Goofy stuff will happen. Yeah.
I'm just taking into account. I'm Reed Richards right now. I'm taking into account all
We're going to teleport the planet.
Yeah, literally. I'm taking into account all different scenarios right now. That's what I'm doing right now.
I mean, I'll be shocked if we lose that game, man. They're going to be fighting for the number one.
I feel like we're going to Mickey Mouse somehow lose that win. Like I don't know. Like
we lose that. Fine. I'll take a loss to the Browns. If that means we win against the Packers the week after, so sure.
Yeah, I'll take that. We'll like take all our frustration against them. Okay.
Oh, this might be a win. This might be a win too. The 49ers.
I think we beat them. Brock Purdy's most overrated quarterback in the league, man. He's not good. I have the.
Yeah, this guy's the biggest Brock Purdy. Like, not. He's not a huge fan.
He's not good, bro. He's not good. I think we win this game.
Okay. Let me do something real quick. So
last
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm currently 9 and 1, 2, 3.
That's reasonable.
5, 9 and 5 right now. Wait,
that's reasonable. Easily win this one.
So there's how many games left?
That's the Lions.
Just the Lions. Wait, then I'm 1 game short.
So you got the Vikings week 1, Lions week 2, Cowboys week 3, Raiders week 4, the bye week, Commanders, Saints, Ravens, Bengals.
Commanders, Saints. Okay, got it. Okay, now I'm on track. I'm on track now. Okay, I forgot about the Saints game because I talked about it too much.
So we're what? What you got to say?
10,
yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 and 4.
I think we win this game. Like this is a prime time game.
3, 4, 5.
I think we win this game, man.
No, 10-5 because it's 15 games, so it has
Like,
to make
dude,
sense.
the Niners have Juwan Jennings as their number 2 receiver, and what's it called, Brandon Ayuk coming off an ACL injury. Kittle's really good. I think he's the best player on their
Should have
team.
been a Bear.
And then what's the name? McCaffrey. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be the same. Like,
I think he will.
And I think we're
think
going
he
to get a
will.
lot of wins because the details of how, Ben Johnson going to have his team performing. That's what we was lacking on last year. Like, it wasn't that we weren't good as talent and, throwing the ball and catching all that. It was really what the scheme and the timing and the timeouts and all that stuff. So if we clean up that and we have better O-line play.
I cannot stand the Bears. I cannot stand the Bears losing 2 years in a row to Brock Purdy, bro. Like, nah. We're winning.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you, but
Brock Purdy,
lot, man.
No, we're not losing 2 years in a row to Brock Purdy.
And then everybody is who they are. Joe Tunney is who he is, and Dahlman is who he is, and Trapillo ends up being a rock star left tackle.
For sure.
Bro, yo, I see 10 wins. Like, come on, bro. Like,
we're 11. I think we're 11.
I got us 11-6.
Listen, Juwan Jennings, I like Juwan Jennings. I don't know why. I just like him a lot. Like, I mean, listen.
Wait. I didn't disrespect him. I said he's a wide receiver too. Like that's not disrespectful. If you think he's a wide receiver
currently how it is.
No, I mean, I didn't disrespect him. I just said that.
No. I'm not saying that that's currently what their roster depth chart is like. I agree.
Nah, someone in the chat said I disrespected him. I didn't disrespect him. I called him who he was, bro. He's a wide receiver too, and which is good. Like, that's good.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, he had a crazy Super Bowl. Like, if the Niners won that, he would have won Super Bowl MVP. But is he a wide receiver 1? No. I mean, the thing is, he's gonna probably be asked to be that because I don't know how good Brandon Ayuk is gonna be after tearing his ACL last year at week 7 or like week 8. So I don't know how good he's gonna be. So I don't believe in this Niners team next year. That's why I have the Bears win this game.
That's fair. I mean, you can never count out a Shanahan team though, like especially in the regular season. But I mean, it all really depends. Like, if we're, let's say, because at that point we're kind of discussing playoff and kind of seeding at that point. Yeah. So like, if we're already locked up a position, and if it's a bad determinant of seeding, if the win matters, then I see we can win that. But then if it doesn't matter, we're gonna probably rest their starters potentially, or like give them for a drive. And then saying
there's no way a team rests their starter at week 7.
But it's the NFC. It's the NFC, dude. I'm saying, like, in general, like, it's not the AFC where everything is super competitive. Like, I'm saying from
when
a perspective,
did the Eagles do that? The Eagles last year won 14 games last year and did not do that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like I'm saying, some teams do, especially when you're in like the lower part. We're not going to be a top seed, dude. We're not winning 15 games. Or
I didn't say we're winning 15. We have 4 losses. I'm just saying, like, we would not be resting our starters for the Niners game, man. There's no way.
No, but like you want your starters healthy too. Like, especially when it comes to playoff time.
That's what week 18.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. But then, if it matters, okay, at that point, if it matters for seeding, then they're obviously going to play. But if they're not, if it doesn't matter for seeding, and if things won't change in week 2 weeks left of the season, then why play them?
I'll say this: if Ben Johnson rests his starters in week 17, and we have a chance to win the division, which we will with this record, and he rests his starters in week 17.
Oh, that's different.
I am starting a riot. No, but like, okay,
no, that's different.
You're telling me
if it means seeding and like winning a division, of course play them.
You're telling me with this record that we currently have like what 10-4, 10-5? I don't know, 10-5. I think. Like, you don't think we're going to be competing for the division?
It depends on the rest of the NFC. Obviously, like the NFC North. Yes, it really just depends.
I agree, but like, okay, well, let's see.
Like if it's like a very lopsided division, like say the Lions lose a shitload of games and the Vikings also lose the games. Like, then sure. Like, it doesn't matter.
For example, like the Texans last year, let's just say the AFC South last year, they had a huge lead. Like, the second best team had like what, a 7-10 record. That was like what, the Colts.
Right.
And they didn't rest their starters until week 18. Like, this normally doesn't happen. You don't rest.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's just like week 18, yeah, obviously you had to rest. But like,
and here's my prediction. Here's my prediction. I think Bears Lions in Soldier Field is gonna be Sunday Night Football in week 18. I think that's for the division.
It will. Yeah, I think that's going to come down. I agree. I think it's going to come down to that game's going to come down to division.
Yeah, like last year, like Vikings and.
I can see that. The NFL writers, they got to hire you for that one. I see
that's insane script writing.
I think
that script credit.
I don't think we're gonna get swept by the Lions. I don't know.
I think Ben, like Bear Mysterio said, I think we know too much how they work. Ben knows everything about them.
I mean, I still think
off and all that. What he can't do is we're probably going to Detroit, bro. It's going to get ugly fast for them.
I just don't know if like we're gonna win in Detroit because it's like week 2. If that game was later on, maybe it's just the offense be so new.
I'm telling you, we should have won in Detroit last year. A certain someone didn't call a timeout, and we could have potentially won that game if it just called a timeout to help his young quarterback. I wonder who that is. Oh wait, it's the guy that got fired
with the cool beard.
Yeah, the cool beard, as they say, as someone says. Like it was not me, definitely, but yeah, I think there's a chance things can happen. I feel like we'll definitely like split the Packers. Sorry, not split the Packers. Split the Lions at least. The one team I think we could get swept by is potentially the Vikings, but it all really just depends on JJ McCarthy. And I think there's a good chance we mainly split or win or win the split at worst split and sweep the Packers. Like that's.
I don't think we're getting swept by anybody this year, bro. Like
I mean,
the Vikings, there's no way we get swept by JJ McCarthy, man.
I don't know what Amaranth is smoking on. Then we're gonna get swept.
No, I don't. No, I'm not saying. No. I didn't say. I didn't.
Standout merchant quarterback. Like what?
No, we lose. I don't know.
Like I think like that's the worst case. Like I think I could see the Vikings do that.
Worst case scenario is that we go 0-17. That's the worst case scenario.
I mean, that's like with any team. Like
no, I'm just saying. Like
if you're going to that crazy, then yeah, of course. Like worst case scenarios. Worst case scenario, we go 0-17. Ben Johnson's not the guy, and Caleb is not the guy. Like then that's like the worst case scenario. Like that's like threat level midnight. Like it's
I know.
insane.
I know what you mean. I was trolling, but like I don't know. No. I'm not. Again, I'm not saying the Vikings are not gonna be good. Like I'm not saying that because again, I learned my mistake last year. They're gonna be a good team, but I don't think they're gonna be like. I think week 1 is such a trap for JJ McCarthy against in Soldier Field too. They kind of did him dirty, honestly. Like in Soldier Field on Monday Night Football in a primetime game against the Bears, like a division opponent. That just, in my opinion, that's a recipe for disaster for McCarthy. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It could probably be a close game too. I don't know. Like
yeah, exactly. We'll kind of end the podcast a little bit with one more thing as well. Hold on, I had something, but
take your time, bro. Take your time.
But yeah, like okay, so let's end with the quarterback because I feel like that's just the whole premise of this team.
Yeah.
Because from the national media perspective, all eyes are on Caleb Williams. I'm combining them both. But Caleb Johnson. No, but
Ben Williams.
Ben Williams, Ohio State.
Caleb Johnson is Ohio State. Oh no, I think that's Caleb Downs. My bad.
Caleb Downs is
my bad.
But Caleb Williams has a big year coming up against, especially with a little bit of a tougher schedule. What are your guys' expectations to wrap up the entire pod? Guy, we'll start with you, and then we'll finish up with Ankit, and I'll go with my takes.
I mean, my expectation is for Caleb just to be what he should be under a coach. Like, just be better at the details. Just be better at getting the plays out of the huddle. Just be better at taking the check downs. Make your throws on time. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your mechanics stay intact. You know what I mean? Make sure that you know where your blocking adjustments coming from. Like, that's really it. Like, we've seen Caleb Williams do all this stuff with a bad team and a bad online and a bad old coach and bad everything. Now it's expectations. Mm-hmm. That's a different type of game when you have to be expected to make the check down, expected to throw it to DJ Moore and go. Expect. So that's what I think a lot of people don't really understand about when you get a winning coach coming from a winning culture. The expectation is discipline and structure. You know what I mean? That's the expectation. He has to beat the allegations of expectations. That's all Caleb is up against. And people are terrified by that. Like, people are keeping count of his complete percentage in training camp, which matters, but it don't matter because, like I said in one of my posts, that's like telling Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady, you know what, Mike? Don't shoot those thousand jump shots today. Don't make those 1,000 jump shots
because you're gonna bound to miss one.
Season. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, if he's not completing passes in training camp, you think he's going to automatically fix it in the week one of the Monday Night Football game?
Right. Exactly.
That doesn't make sense. Like, I get it. Oh, it doesn't matter. No, it matters. In the era of data and data that we are consuming every single day of our lives now, with a new offensive head coach who is your play caller, he's looking at no matter what he says about, oh, it's the install and, it's just the fourth. No, he's looking at what passes he's not completing, bro. Yeah. And he's going to wrap whatever offense he's going to scheme around Caleb to what he can, believe it or not, Bears Nation, and what he can't do. He's going to scheme on what he can and can't do. We have to come to the realization of what Caleb will and can do and what he can't do. Like, don't put Caleb Williams in a box to where he's just an invincible football player that doesn't make mistakes and he's just flawless. Don't trap yourself in that. No player is perfect. So once Caleb is better at executing plays, dialing up play, getting out of the huddle and fixing his adjustments and doing everything at the base level of being a professional quarterback, being surgical, 70% or somewhere near that, bro, Caleb is going to be fine. Like, we're going to know right away. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to give it up. Once we put those pads on, once we have these joint practices, we're going to see Caleb Williams go crazy. We're seeing no real protections, no pads or nothing. When they put those pads on and they actually have to block, you're going to see Caleb be something totally different we haven't seen so far in training camp or this preseason. Book it.
Yes, sir. I want to, before I go down, kid, I want to kind of add on to it a little bit. So, yeah, the whole thing about touchdown to interception ratio for training camp, kind of weird. I don't know. Like, what are you doing? Because at the end of the day, the word training is within the name of the whole thing. Because the point of it is for Ben Johnson to see where is the team currently right now. Mm-hmm. When compared to day one, has there been improvement till day 4?
Right.
There clearly has been improvement. And mistakes are important. At the end of the day, whether it's anything that you do in life, like, it's important that you make those mistakes, learn from them, and iron it out. And you'd rather than being scared to make the mistakes in training camp and be perfect and then go to the actual game and absolutely get cooked.
Yes, you're right.
Like, that's not the way to go. Like, make those mistakes now, so that when you go to actual gameplay, preseason and whatnot, things are going to be a lot. You've seen that before. Like, that's the whole point of it. And Ben currently is challenging this team and trying to meet that standard of excellence, and that's what I'm really looking at. Am I seeing my team when they step out on the field during this training camp time? Are they improving?
Right.
As a team, as a roster, they're gonna have bad days. They're gonna have setbacks. That's a part of the sport.
That's right.
But yeah, that's just my little spiel, and I think that we've lost the plot as a fan base and as I think we're just deprived of football. That's really all it is. But Ankit, you can finish it off.
Yeah.
What are your expectations for Caleb Williams?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I want to see 4,000 yards, man. I want that. I want that streak to be over. That streak to be over. But yeah, obviously, I think Guy hit it on the nail. Just being knowing when to throw the ball, right? Obviously, that's what we want to see our quarterback do.
That's it.
I think I think Caleb Williams, the way he plays, he kind of plays like Mahomes, man. I think he does. He kind of he even in college, that's what we saw. He's the next coming of Mahomes. Obviously, I'm not putting that expectation on him right now.
Right.
Let him be his own self, obviously. But I think this year playing winning football, playing meaningful football, because you have the roster to do so now. I mean, there's no excuses anymore. Last year, dysfunctional team. Now everything you have the Ben Johnson's aura with you now. You have a chance to do something special with this team. And my thing is, and I know it probably doesn't matter that much, but prove that you're better than Jaden Daniels. I've been hearing a lot of people say that, the Bears should have taken Jaden Daniels #1 overall, all this nonsense. But the truth is, Caleb Williams was always the right pick, and I want Caleb next year with this football play next year to basically prove to everyone that he was the right pick all along. Because we always have these debates because obviously of recency bias and stuff like that. I want him to prove that he was the right pick. And, you know, and I think that, you know, even with Ben Johnson next year, there are going to be some growing pains. Like even during the season, there will be growing pains. That's what happens when you have a new coach and a new regime. And that's okay. And honestly, last year, he only had 6 interceptions, but the play calling and the coaching did not allow him to make mistakes, which, in my opinion, stunts his his growth, right? Because if you're not, because and I think with Ben Johnson as an offensive mind, you're gonna have a coach that's gonna be okay with you making some mistakes if that means he's gonna get better in the long run. And I think you're gonna see some more. I think next year you will see some more interceptions than 6 next year. Obviously, like it's not like better. It's not obviously a good thing, but like it'll be better because I think he'll have more touchdowns. But I think he's gonna be airing it out more next year. So I do expect some more mistakes here and there. But yeah, I just expect him to have. I think my stat line for him is 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, probably like 9 interceptions. I think next year.
I think for me, I think it would probably be more around 4,000 ish yards, like 30 ish touchdowns, and like probably 10, 12 interceptions. That's my stat line. Because I think that, 20 is fine, but having 25 touchdowns with 4,000 yards feels like I feel like you should have more touchdowns with the amount of yards that you got.
That's low.
Okay, I didn't want
like 5 touchdown improvement. That's bad. That's bad. That means he's not seeing the field well.
Okay, my thing is CJ Stroud, right? Like we're talking about how good CJ Stroud was and his rookie season, and it was a crazy rookie season. Don't get me wrong. His rookie season, I think he only had like 22 touchdowns or something. And I mean, even this year, like he played well in the playoffs, but he only had he actually went down in touchdowns. Actually, he had 23 in his first year, and he had 20 his second year. And we're still thinking he's a good quarterback. I don't think like touchdowns really matter as much as I feel like his decision making. Because obviously, if we have a good run game, like obviously, like some of the touchdowns are going to go to the running back too. So,
Yep.
I'm fine with him like not getting 30, but if he gets 30, that'd be amazing. That's honestly a really good accomplishment for Caleb. But realistically, I think 25 and 9 interceptions, but 4,000 yards and a 66% completion percentage, being in league average. I think that and playing and getting wins. I think wins is the most important for me. Knowing how to play winning football, executing the right plays, and obviously being clutch in the moments like he did last year. I think that's my expectations for him, man. And if he does that, I'll be happy.
And I agree. Just to get my last stat line, I'm gonna say 4,100 yards, 30 touchdowns, 14 interceptions.
That's fair.
I'll take it. I'll take that. But yeah, for me, like I said, what was it? I said 4,000-ish yards. He'll be the first 4,000-yard passer in Chicago Bears history. Finally, we can get rid of that whole thing. And he will have 30-ish touchdowns with about 12 interceptions. I'll take that. And I think he will reach 70% completion percentage. He will hit Ben Johnson's target. And in terms of my expectations, I'm going to keep it short. I think that Caleb Williams, the deep ball has to be better, improve a ton. We've seen that here and there, but mostly it's been kind of horrendous this past season. I think with that improvement, he will be much needed. His ability to take less sacks, very much so. Improved offensive line, so I expect him to take less sacks and throw the ball away if you don't see it. And another thing too is control the ball and command the line of scrimmage. We saw that a little bit. Now with more structure, he will be able to hopefully do that a little bit more and continue to be clutch. Those are my key expectations for him. And I think if that's met, the wins will come with it. I'm not putting like a number on him. As much as I would love to say like 9 to 10 wins should be like the standard for him, which the Bears should win. But for Caleb Williams as a quarterback, I feel like the wins will come if these expectations are met. It's like a symbiotic relationship at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, like I think that's pretty standard, and we just have to wait and see. We have a lot of training camp to go through. He has to go through his progressions and kind of show Ben Johnson that he's ready to, like Ben Johnson said, take all the stuff that's been added on his plate and kind of go rock with it essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, that concludes it. Concludes the podcast. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for so much for watching. Appreciate Guy for tuning in and not tuning in, joining us today.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of great discussions and a lot of great topics were talked about and great insights as usual, Guy. Loved having you on. Obviously, go subscribe to the CNG podcast on YouTube. You can also follow Guy on Twitter as well. I put his handle and his YouTube channel in the description down below, so feel free to subscribe. Oh, he's a great to watch. Definitely recommend him. Obviously, my co-host here, Ankit or SlashingGotNext. His description. I'm stumbling my words today. Holy crap! His YouTube channel is in the description down below. Remember to subscribe. Obviously, subscribe to this channel. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers. I really think we can get there together. Any final remarks, boys, before we call it?
Thank you for bringing me on, man. I appreciate you as usual, man. Been locked in with you for the 2 seasons. I'm gonna get up. Look, man. You know when we had those instant reaction episodes when the season comes, it's gonna be in the middle of the day. I'm gonna be like, Aaron, come on, bro. Those are always fun. So you and your brother can come on when we win those games or whatever. Probably, So don't think I'm not locked. It's gonna be crazy. I got a whole bunch of people that I'm working with right now, but man, you're one of my favorite people to work with. I appreciate you tagging me in, man. Anything I can do to help out, come talk ball with you guys. You know I'm gonna break my neck to come, man. I bought a whole new outfit for this show too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is that the new hat or something? Or
yeah, that's the Chicago shirt.
Oh yeah.
And the Chicago flag bucket hat. You know what I'm saying? So I had to hook it up.
And a little thing for Chicago. Cubs are back to being the #1 seed, at least for today. At least for today. Brewers lost to the Marlins and we beat the Sox. So that's
Today's a great day. Bears did well in training camp today, and the Cubs win and the cinema.
Now we had to win tomorrow, but I'm just saying,
oh yeah, 100%, dude. We have to really win.
The 1 seed now, back to 1 seed.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and chat. I loved the conversations we had from that. And as always, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.